Call to order the June 16, 2026 Town of Denmark Select Board meeting. All rise for the Pledge Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. How's Roger doing? Not moving around much?
Well, no, he is.
Oh, he
which
is.
is the...
Too much. All right, minutes of the 26th of May. Any comments, questions? I hear a motion.
Make a motion, we accept them as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Old business, road projects.
Sorry, I just told Bob he jinxed my knee. So Bob's here for road projects. So I provided the board with the fiscal year remaining road projects that he had provided during the budget season. And then really these two items go together, the Bush Road paving. So do you want to come on up and let us know what your new plan is?
Hey, Bob.
How you doing? Because of the harsh winter we had last year, the upper part of Bush Row really failed and needs a lot more work than originally planned. So after getting the paving quote and seeing, because we got the paving quote so early, and then seeing the additional work that needed to be done to it, I got a price to reclaim that section of road, full depth reclaiming on it, so we can get some rocks out of it that are poking up through. We replaced a couple culverts up through there already, and part of the road on the left-hand side on the way up is starting to slide. It's one of those things that happens over the years. It's not all of a sudden thing that needs to be built back up. So I got a price to reclaim it and change the paving a little bit on it. So that price has gone up. So to get that done, some of the other paving projects, Berry Road and High Ridge Road, that I was going to do some work on this year. One of those roads will be put off till next year in order to get everything done. On the Allstate bid, they gave us a price of $11,000 and some change to do the shoulder graveling on Bush Row afterwards, with us supplying the gravel and then them putting it down and rolling it. I also got a price from PYSDs that has just recently bought a gravel machine with their rental rates and their operator and a roller from them. We can probably do it at half the price of what Allstate is. And that's using 2 of their trucks and 2 of our trucks.
So is this the second half of Bush Row? Because I drove it the
Yes.
other day.
Yes.
And the first half's paved, the second half, I saw the 2 culverts.
Yeah.
So it's just like certain sections, because our road didn't look that bad.
Yeah,
I mean, it's better than a lot of other roads. Is that
So-
like 1 or 2 cracks? I mean, where it's sloughing and maybe, I'm not talking about that on the side, but the road itself looks
there's a lot
pretty
more
good.
to it than just a couple of little cracks. It's better than half the road is broken up. And that's why I want to reclaim it and reclaim the whole thing so it's consistent through the entire length of the road and not just a spot here and a spot there where you're going to have to go back in less than 5 years and do the same repairs all over again.
Well, what makes that road different from the other roads? Because isn't that the same, is that the same problems on other roads where you get rocks poking through and
Yep.
issues that you have to do?
It's going to vary from road to road because not all the roads were built the same.
Right.
So is that a better built road?
Some roads are built better than others.
And we've tried to fix that one before, and it's just so deep.
Yeah.
They just keep
Where
coming.
does this start?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Where is it? Where?
Where are you starting?
Yeah.
At just above Pingree. It's about halfway on the road. It's
Where the new I should call it new, but
Yeah.
the more recent pavement ends,
correct.
and you'll go all the way to the end?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm not an expert, so I
You
say
said-
to you, but it just seemed like that road's a
Oh,
lot better shape than
Pingree.
some other ones that I've seen, just from cracks and stuff. I mean, it's pretty solid. But only because of the price, looking at the price, that's almost a
Yeah,
year's
that's-
budget. I mean, that's pretty crazy
Yeah, it
for
is.
just one little road that, it doesn't get much travel. I mean, there's only so many houses on that road. I mean, it's not like a through road and stuff like, you know, Hancock Pond is and some of these other ones, you know, Rocky Knoll, whatever. But, so the cost goes up because of the reclaim?
Correct.
Before it was just paving, and then it's, and what, some addition, so there's an additional 1 inch, so you weren't gonna pave the whole road before? What's the additional 1 inch? Because before it was just 2.5 inch.
So you gotta put a base.
Oh, was that 1.5?
No.
You gotta put it wasn't, it was 1.5 before.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're putting
You're putting
3.5.
3.5.
down and then a top on top of that.
They do that all this year.
Yes.
So where would you end to? So if you started at right around Pingree's,
To
where
the
do
end of the road, right?
is
The
it
end of pavement.
all the way the?
Up the golf course way, right?
Yeah, the golf course.
Oh well, yeah. That hill's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Have you been up the hill?
I drove the road the other day.
You go all the way up the hill though?
Not the dirt road.
Oh, but you went up.
I went to pavement.
Went up the pavement.
Oh,
yeah. It's a little rough.
It's almost a year's budget.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's the point of it. Is
Yeah.
It's not that, I believe what you're saying, I'm not denying that. You're
Yeah.
right.
No. Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's just gonna be difficult, because then if, you know, other ones, you know.
So with what you guys have done, putting in culverts, and say, we asked if you could put this off, what would you have to do just to, like, patch up what you guys have put in for culverts? And because, I mean, I see where Andy's coming from. You look at Hancock Pond Road, you look at Moose Pond Road, those roads are much more traveled. And we're gonna be pretty much dumping almost a whole year budget into a smaller
Dead-end
side
road.
Not a heavy,
Dead-end
not
road.
very heavy, not heavily at all, because it's a dead-end road, so you don't even get
Just
throughput.
asking.
You get people, but not throughput, yeah.
If-
Just trying to figure it out, not saying yes or no.
Bush Road is the worst road we have in town right now for a paved road.
And that's based on the underlying, because I'm telling you, the surface
Yes,
doesn't look
there's a
that
lot
bad.
to it.
I'm gonna go by surface, I'm not going by looking
If you
underneath or
don't take care
anything.
of it now, what's gonna happen?
I'm not saying you
Some
can't
of the
do-
other
you
smaller,
There's
there's a section on Hancock Pond Road I'm gonna shim this year. It's only 125 feet long, that's coming apart. And then,
But that shim stuff only lasts so long, because I've seen it, you know, and that's a heavily traveled road. That's a lot of travel on Hancock Pond. Because all these other things are off, at this, what you sent here is kind of outdated anyway, because all that 42,000 is not happening, right? That
Right.
was part of the budget committee, where all those aprons and all that stuff's not happening, so.
So you think,
So, okay,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry,
No,
I
that was my fault. You
was
start.
just trying to pull up my trio, and I don't think I can. I think the last time we looked, estimating that you'll have around 100,000, maybe a little over, to roll over.
yeah, about 150. 140, 150
Right now, you're rolling from, okay, because there's 180 here, so you're on one.
Oh, right there you
So do you have a plan for the next couple of years, what roads, when they were done, just like the vehicles, when they were done last? And obviously
Yeah.
that changes every year based on conditions, so
Yeah.
that's
The last,
just like vehicles, but I mean, do we know the next couple of years, what roads, at this point, obviously changing every year, because they obviously don't get better, they get worse if you don't do anything with them. But just to kind of give us a ballpark of dollar amount, like if you, right, like as of today, if there's another road there, pick a paved road that's not on that list, you know, do you know that it looks okay for now? So right now it's maybe on a 2-year wait, but if it, you know, it's X amount of feet, so that, I mean, we should be kind of, at least in my eyes, just like the vehicles, we don't have that many paved roads, so I mean,
so
we should try to keep track.
This year's Bush Row, then there's 3 roads after that will be upper part of Higher Ridge Road, Berry Road, and then the first half of Hancock Pond Road.
But then after that, but that's not all of Berry Road, or that's not all of Ohio Ridge. What about the other sections? Are they scheduled, you're thinking, are they looking good as of today to say, well, we could probably get 2 to 3 years out of them, and we have that on the list, but then obviously, as the years go on, that might whittle down to 1 to 2 years. But I mean, it'd be good for during the budget season next year,
Yeah.
so that if we do, just like what you're doing here, if you're gonna have to pick 1 or 2 off, because maybe we either have to save money or we have to put it to another project like this, it kind of gives us an idea, we know, so that, 1, if people ask us about the roads, we can kind of give them a little information, but 2, just so that we keep track of, you know, how things are, the money spent, 'cause that's the big ticket item in the town,
So
is the road.
so the
is
dates
the
that I
road.
have that were
Work.
left to me that I could research, the last time Bush Road was done was in 2004.
No, that's fine,
2005 was High Ridge Road.
the whole road.
Berry Road was like 2004. No, first half, I mean, the second half of High Ridge Road was 2004, 2005.
But, yeah,
And then
but
the
again,
same with Hancock Pond Road. Someplace between there and now, that was done.
well, Hancock Pond was
I don't
just
have
done
exact
recently.
dates on a lot of the stuff that's been
That whole
done.
road was just done most of it.
Not too
wasn't
long
it?
ago.
Just like within 2
Yeah,
years
the
or
lower
something,
part.
Yeah.
The lower part.
Yeah. So I'm going off the condition of the roads and what's being done first.
But we still should have, you know, a list of the roads, what parts of them were paved last, and, I mean, it'd be good to know that if we're repaving roads we did 3
That's what
years
I'm
ago,
working on.
4 years, because you weren't here, so I mean, that's.
Right, trying to
So
get
it's
on
not
like
like,
a-
it's not like you've been here 20 years and you could remember, well, we did that 5 years ago.
Try and get them on a schedule, kind of like. the
Yeah,
trucks.
and obviously things can go sideways, we understand that, but I think it's
It's
prudent to.
information I can't pull out
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
No, but
a
as we-
day's worth
yeah.
of work.
Yeah,
It's
no,
gonna
but
take months to do,
months to do what?
to get all that information you're looking for.
Well, if we don't have it, we don't have it. If it happened 7, 8 years ago. But I mean, if you don't have the last time it was paved, we should at least have an inventory of the roads and when we think they were last paved. If we don't know at this point, because you've only been here for a couple of years, so be it. And I can't force you to come up with numbers, but it's like anything, when we hit, you know, when we hit budget season, these are kind of discussions that are good to have to understand where the money's going. Because it is the biggest hit in the town, is the road money. So obviously that's what people look at, you know, as opposed to the other smaller line items. That's all, you know, and not for now, I'm saying for next budget season. We're not looking for it, you know, so we got for next year, by next February or whatever, we don't have that many roads. I mean, you agree? I mean, it's up, you know, if you don't think it's right, then say something.
I mean, we can go back through like our budgets and see when roads were paved.
Right, that's, yeah.
Even if it's just the last couple of years, it doesn't have to be 10 years ago, 15. I'm just saying we should
recent?
start, if anything, we should start keeping track.
Yeah, that's what I've
And
been,
within the last 2 years or whatever, what we've done, since you've been on, you've only been, you know, I mean, even if we start at that and saying, this is what we've been doing, so at least we, moving forward, the next group of people will at least have a sheet they can look at to make sure that, you know, roads aren't being paved
Overpaved.
twice or whatever, or if they can skip because they weren't that long ago, because we gotta do this road instead. I think it helps whoever's in the job, and it helps the budget committee, it helps the future select people. You know, I agree, we don't need to go back that far, but, you know, maybe just with, like, whatever, since you've been here, Bobby, it's only been, what,
Yeah.
3 years, or 2 years? I mean, you could probably remember what roads were done. I don't know. But yeah, and that's fine, then we start with that, you know? If not, you know, that's my thought. I mean, if you guys don't agree.
No,
Speak
I don't
up.
see, I don't see an issue with that.
So actually, when I do the audit, every year I have to do a town asset. So anything, any road project over $5,000 gets put on this asset list. So I will go back through that. Because this goes back,
Yeah, like I said, it don't have to spend a ton of time. We're just looking for the future. It's just another, I think, good information for both sides. You know, you could tell people it hasn't been done in 10 years or 15 years, it needs it. You know, I mean, that type of thing.
so in 2024, we did Bushrow Road paving and shoulder.
Yeah, that's the
That was
first
the
half.
front.
The
Yeah,
front.
Yeah,
yeah.
first half, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty new. Okay. But anyway, and again, that would just be for the next budget, just begin with the next budget cycle, right? All right, so for this one,
So out of the paving projects that you had on in the budget, you would do Hancock Pond Road, you said? Because,
you
It-
drop the other three.
so it's gonna be, you're gonna be left with roughly $300,000. That is if you roll over your entire 140, if you don't have anything coming in between now and then,
Yep.
in the end of the year. So you would look at doing Hancock Pond Road?
But just a section of it that's coming apart. It's almost halfway where the new pavement starts. We've been out there patching it a few times already. I got paving company coming in to take a look at it next week to give me a price on that. And then I gotta look at my other shim pricings that I got for Barry Road and the upper part of Higher Ridge Road to see where those pricing came in at. See what's gonna work best for the town.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, so
Good thought.
you're asking Bob then to go from, basically the shoulder gravel, that 11.7 will drop, so we'll be going from 120, we approved the 126, 351 plus the 11.7 previously. That would go up to 341, 764, plus, well, that includes the shoulder gravel. You said that might come down a little bit, the
That'll
11.7 will come down a
probably,
little
yeah,
bit, so
that'll
it's
come
around
down.
340 or whatever, 330,
Yeah.
some change.
And the price of paving may come down also, depending on when they do it, because the price of oil is coming down now.
So is that something we can kind of hold off on another month or two? Or-
That's what I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
have them come in and grind it and pave it towards
Yeah.
the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be a month or two out anyways, because of their scheduling and, because of the hill that's there, they wanna reclaim it and pave it all within a 3-day period. Just in case there is weather issues, that we're not having to rebuild a road because of washouts or something.
Yeah, so maybe in the next month or so, month or two or something.
They'll come down to like.
But they'll come down, but you know, it's already come down. I mean, oil's like $75 a barrel from 100 and something already, just in the, now, of course, it could change tomorrow.
Right.
It goes back the other way. But, okay.
Just giving that, we did the pipe on the end of Berry Road the other day, Hancock Pond Road.
Yeah, I saw that one.
This is what's underneath you, right underneath the pavement.
Right, big boulders and, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's my
And that's what's causing all the issues.
Right.
Yeah,
Just paved over what was there.
yeah, no one built it to standard
Paved
road
over the cow
standards.
path.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
if we
it's
take
like
the
that.
11,000 off of this, it's 330,064.
well, there's still, you're still gonna get
He said it'd be about half of
half.
that, yeah.
You're still gonna be
Right, but
paying for
not
the
through
gravel.
Allstate.
Right,
No,
right.
no, you're
So
right.
the Allstate
Yep.
bid would be, yeah.
Yep,
I see.
about 330.
So is this something you think that they would allow before I sign a new, if this is approved tonight, before I sign a new contract, that we write in there that, we'll look at this project again for updated pricing prior to,
Right, I feel like if
Work
you sign this,
commencing.
Yeah.
they're probably gonna take you for whatever it is.
Yeah, so I mean,
Like, yeah.
we can approve it, but you don't have to sign it yet. Is that, or you
well,
want to
no,
sign
we
it?
have to
Yeah,
sign it in
just to
order to
cut
get
them-
on their
get on
schedule.
their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but then we request like 2 months out or something, or whatever month out, whatever the summer, whatever your scheduling is. Give it a shot at that point. All right, well, do you hear a motion? That would be for what, 330 and change?
330,064.
Yeah, 330.
75.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a new pricing on that? Without the graveling in there, Betty?
Yeah, before I sign it, when they send,
Okay.
a contract to sign.
I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll make the motion to accept the proposal for 330,000 and, what was it? 330,000 and 70, or 64 and
0.60.
75. Yeah, 0.64 and 75 cents.
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Aye. All right, thanks, Bob. Hey,
Um,
nothing personal, just
Yeah.
gotta ask these questions.
It just
Yeah.
takes me time to get information sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I didn't infer to me to go back a lot of years. I just say, if you could go back since you started, that's good enough. I can't
I can-
expect you to go back
I can
further
go
than that.
back just from memory,
Yeah,
rather
but-
than that, but I can't give you
Yeah,
exact
and that's
dates.
fine, and that's fine. I think that'll be a good start for the
Yeah.
coming years, that we can keep track of that
Yeah.
for the
Right.
budget
Like,
people and stuff
in
like that.
2026, we ground this
Yeah.
section up and paved
And you could
over it.
even, based on scheduling, if you know, like next year, what roads you're already gonna be thinking about, that could be on for next year's. And obviously, things change every year, don't get me wrong, this one, that's probably the one thing that'll change the most, because roads are gonna change based on weather and everything else, year by year, so, but I think it'd be a good thing to,
That's the hardest thing. The other project, got, gonna crack seal a driveway out here this year. Sealing the cracks up, keep the water out and help save that pavement. I got that scheduled as end of August in that area. They're gonna do that, and then if they have any leftover material, they're gonna do the beginning part of Bush Row and a couple other little feather cracks that opened up on Rocky Knoll
Mhm.
Road, just to use up the product that they have.
okay, all right, good.
And then depending on, after we get caught up on some of the other roads, we can look into, if the roads are still in good condition, of doing some chip sealing on them. It's about the quarter of the cost of paving,
Mhm.
which will add life, another 8 to 10 years to the
Yeah.
life of the road.
Okay,
So I have asked Bob to look into what the software, I mean, they have software that you can put on like your pickup truck and ride your roads, and it grades them for you.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
read everything in an app.
Like just how rough or like just
Well,
visual?
so
or-
visual
it
cracks,
depends
yeah.
on like how you, I think, from my understanding from some of the, conventions I've been to and such, that it's kind of like it films the road. You actually get a video of the road, and then it will grade it on like is the pavement cracked. It even works on dirt roads, so that might be an option depending on what the software cost, or if there's anyone around us that has it. Like when I was doing the leadership program, there was a public works director there from Orono, and he was saying that they, Bangor, and I think it might have been one other, then got the software all together, so each of them can use it within their town systems.
I don't know how
found my
how
business
Maine
gig.
works, but
What's
New
that?
Hampshire
Found my
has the
business
program.
gig.
Maine is, New Hampshire set up with a ride van that does that. They'll photograph the road. It also measures the depth of the asphalt that's there,
Yeah,
condition of it, how deep the cracks are, all that. And they used to do that for the towns. I don't know if Maine has that same program or not.
I don't believe so.
They don't have anything.
I
in
can
the
check
state-
in with
state,
Peter.
yeah.
Right.
They don't seem to have a lot of people at the state to do much of that kind of resource,
That's interesting.
Okay. All right, thanks, Bob.
Nothing?
I think
I
that
know
was
you're
it,
gonna
right?
be
Was that-
here.
Was that anything else?
You can stay right there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
open items?
We had no new open,
No, any other old business?
no.
New business, salt and sand shed planning.
So, again, a few of these are all gonna roll into each other. So I would like permission to move forward with Sebago Tech to help guide us through like types of buildings, their suggestion on what they've seen, in the field for buildings, what they've designed, to kind of give us a guide on that. And then we can start the engineering, because further down on the schedule here, agenda, the bond, for a fall bond, the application has to be in by August 3rd, which means we have to have our bidding and our
Yeah, I was
proposal.
So is that part of the original thing we approved, or is there some other kind of quote from them?
What do you mean?
Or,
Quote?
from Sebago Tech?
So this would be, something, they quoted us before, but it was all in one, and then we said we didn't want to do all of it, that we just then hired them to do the site plan and to come to planning board to put the,
Did they complete the site plan?
yeah, so we're
Okay.
actually going in front of the planning board next
Can we see a
week.
copy of that?
Yep,
Can you send us a copy? I'm curious to see
Yeah.
what they came up with. If
Yeah.
we're going before the planning board, I think it'd be good that we take a look.
Yeah.
But not before they go
Yeah.
before board.
Right,
just
yeah.
I mean, I'll send you the whole application.
Yeah,
So, we would be, and again, because of the way the scheduling's gonna work here, I can ask them for a price on what it's gonna cost to do the rest of, helping us do design work,
we have
and
to pick a building first, don't
consult
we?
us. Well, that's what I wanted to talk to them and let them guide us or help us, pros and cons of each building. I mean, in my mind, have done my work and I have a building picked out, but it doesn't match what Bob. has picked out.
Where they've,
Why?
where they've seen
Well, for
some.
what reason? Materials or for space?
And I don't have, it's mostly materials.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a preference on materials, just kind of the shape is what I was looking at.
I guess what I'm asking, I guess, is do we have a dollar amount? We're gonna say, spend this and give us options, or are we just gonna pay them per hour? Like, what, that's what I guess what I'm asking here. Or are you gonna get a quote first?
I mean, I can get a quote first, but I guess what I'm asking the board is, if the quote comes in under,
Okay.
15,000, will you let
Just
me
to look for
proceed?
buildings, 15,000?
Well, they're gonna do design, they're gonna do
Well,
the
no, I don't mean,
foundation design.
well, no, I don't
work.
mean that. That's it.
Sure.
Oh, okay, that includes everything,
Yeah.
once we pick a building.
So pretty much from here
Because that's what I say, picking buildings, you go online,
to
you look at
putting it out to
buildings.
bid is
Okay,
what I need to
gotcha.
hire.
Okay, yeah, if you want to get a
that for.
quote for that, that includes everything, then that makes sense, okay. Yeah, that's what I was,
Yeah.
we could look online for options. yeah.
Well, right, which
But-
is what
but-
we've done.
yeah.
But with that being said, you don't meet again until the 30th, and I really,
Mm-hmm.
if they can start working on it,
Right.
Yeah.
should get them working on it.
Okay. Yeah, so if we could see it, but yeah, but depending, as long as it's not some outrageous number.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if I recall right before, well, I probably have it. It was like around 30,000, and I think half of that was what we've already got them working on, the site plan and the conditional use permit.
I would just like to make sure they give us something that includes everything. that,
Yeah.
They don't leave
Right.
something out and come back and say, to finish
Yeah, a
this
little
thing.
bit more.
Yeah, because I mean, once you pick a building, it should be pretty straightforward. If you have a site plan, whatever the foundation design, whatever should be, it shouldn't be, too many different things.
Can I ask what you were thinking for a building? Just curious. Are you thinking that?
No, I was thinking more of a,
Permanent kind of
yeah.
Metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, for like a metal building, but
Right.
not so it doesn't have to be made out of metal. But
Still
a
on,
a rectangular shaped building.
Right. Yep.
Something that you
Cement.
could add off either side for if you want to do some type of storage off
it's like
either side or
lean-tos,
something
put
like
lean-tos or something
Yeah,
on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd still have to have so many feet of concrete, whether it's block or foundation.
I mean,
Obviously, 'cause of the salt and stuff.
regardless, I think you're
Yeah.
gonna need a minimum of at least 8 to 10 feet of concrete wall.
Right.
Yeah,
That you're
because of the
piling
salt and
your
sand and
salt
stuff,
and
yeah.
sand.
Right.
Right, yeah, 'cause you're gonna be
versus the
digging up
dome,
again.
The fabric dome, where you're stuck with, and really can't do anything, any
Right,
future
it is
growth-
what it is,
Any future growth off
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Well, you're still gonna have your square foundation, your rectangle foundation. So to me, my research has said,
I was
A
curious.
metal-
I didn't want to get it.
so my research has said that the metal buildings are going to be much more maintenance because you're going to have to yearly treat all of, even if you have them treat it when you put it
The
up.
metal, yeah.
But all of the metal studs, all of the metal
Salt.
rafters are going to need to be treated
Oh,
more
yeah.
often.
Because it-
The metal, if we use, although we did discuss that you don't need to use metal roof siding, would also need to be treated because all of that sand, dust
Salt,
rises,
moisture,
salt
Yeah.
where the dome-shaped ones, come all, it's a galvanized, it's a hot dipped,
Right.
so it's a much better, but again, that's research that I've done. So, yes, you're not gonna be able to add on to it, but you also have a 80-foot wide building. Do you really want to add on
How much more you could add?
much
onto it.
more?
It's
to
not a
those
big piece
sides.
of property either. Right, I mean.
But
Yeah,
That, again, is just my 2
we'll find
cents.
out, we'll find
And
out,
that's
yeah.
where I think Sebago Tech,
Yeah, where
if they've designed others in the past,
Okay.
I do know it seems like on the state's website, they are leaning towards the fabric buildings.
Do they have a good history, or are they
And-
fairly new?
I do feel like you see a lot more of them
There's
around.
more of them now.
Yeah.
But they've been around for 10 years, or?
It's, yeah.
Okay, so they've been
Yeah.
around a long time.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, there's some that's been built in like the early 20s.
The other
like
nice,
20
the other thing about that too
I
is,
mean,
it's like the shelter logics, after
Early
15
2000s.
years, you can spend another couple $100,000 and put a new dome on. You already got your foundation, you got your,
Right.
I guess the metal's the same way, but like you said, it's all a matter of how long the metal lasts, and how
Yeah.
long that lasts. I guess that's the question.
So that's where, like I said, I
Okay.
just think that they'll
Yep.
come
Yeah,
in.
no, that makes sense.
um,
Okay,
with maybe things that we didn't think of.
yep,
You're right. Yep.
yep.
And then on the same, along the same route is starting communication, open communication with the bond attorney council, letting them know, I looked at the application today. It doesn't seem too overbearing, except for getting our bids.
So we're going to need this on the agenda every
Yeah,
meeting, because what's the drop dead point to actually have an accepted bid, really? Because this is after Sebago decides to then we got to put it out to bid, and so I mean that seems like a pretty quick time if you're looking at August 3rd. I mean it's already almost July 3rd.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm trying to pull up my,
So, I mean, we only have a couple meetings between them. We have the 30th and 2 meetings in July. We have 3 meetings. I mean, we might be meeting once or twice for other reasons, which we could discuss it too. So that's not. We probably have more meetings in essence during that time with the application and stuff like that. So
I mean, we would have to, within the next week to week and a half, decide on which building and get an RFP out there, so it's out there for a couple of weeks.
how are we going to do that before the 30th? I mean, this is something we're going to kind of all look at, right?
Well, what I'm saying is if you give me permission to start now, and if Sebago Tech can get on it, then either the 30th or the beginning
Okay.
of July, I can come with you and say, we feel that this is the building we should go with and this is why. If you agree, then we can send it out to bid.
But we'll get all the options then,
and
too,
then-
right? Not just like this
Yeah.
is, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So we
mean,
Yeah.
look at all the pros
Yeah,
and cons of all
yeah,
of them.
yep, yep. Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yep.
Okay.
and I'll find out also, from the Maine bond, because, I'll have to start communicating with them, but since we're not bonding the entire project, perhaps they're not going to be such a stickler on, having all of the bids in. If we can say that we're looking at a 300,000 out of what we propose to be a 600,000, and they're not bidding it, bonding it all. But,
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That it then for,
yeah.
Fire department questions?
we
Pull
we got
permit.
that pull permit quick, but I don't think that's much of a, that's just they need an official okay because they're putting poles up, 2 poles up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you take a look at those?
I don't know where it's at.
Those are fine.
They're fine, locations are all right and everything. Okay.
It's for new housing lot, that's
Yeah.
down there on the right-hand side.
Okay. What do you need? Do you need anything from us, Betty, on that, or?
No, just a signature on that.
Okay. Okay, now we have the fire department. Any questions?
So your monthly report,
As of today, we're at 100 calls this year so far.
How much, is there a lot of mutual aid calls that you guys go on out of that, or is it?
That last month, we didn't have any mutual aid calls that I can remember. Generally, I put them on the report if there's a mutual aid call.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I separate those out to
Okay.
have an idea of when we do go out of town. And a lot of small service calls last month.
Little house issues.
Yeah, trees down, that type of stuff.
Okay, that's great. Any questions?
We got some training, we got.
You have something tonight, don't you?
What's that?
Was it tonight you had on the thing? You had your-
Last night.
Oh, it was last night. I knew I
Last
saw it.
night.
Okay, I saw that was on the thing.
Yeah, last night we went for
Pond training.
the pond with the airboat. Freiburg's gonna be putting on a EVOC class, emergency vehicle driving course. We have some people taking that. Then we're also putting together a basic firefighting class to get more people certified in the SCBA's.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
We did receive the Poland Springs
Yeah.
donation, so if the board's okay with that, I think it was 3. If we can order those
Yes,
3
that's what it was for, right?
SCBA.
Yeah,
yeah.
All right, anything else? That? Thanks, Bob.
We have the boat.
Yeah, the fire
Oh, the
department boat.
Yeah, I asked about Betty that the last time, because that was one of those things. So that's still sitting there? Is that what Betty said?
Yeah, it's out behind Public Works.
Yeah.
The motor runs, we had the motor running.
Okay.
The trailer's in good shape, motor's in good shape. That's 40 horse Mercury on that, if I remember right. 2019, something, it's a fairly new motor, 4-stroke, so. The boat itself is in rough shape. Needs all new seats in it, controls, all new fabric around it and around the benches and that type of stuff. It is an aluminum boat, so.
What's the thought process for it?
What's that?
Are you looking to fix it up or just get rid of it?
We haven't used it in,
That's what I mean.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
It was given to
That's
us.
why we got Bridgeton's got the airboat, Freiburg has an airboat plus another boat.
So if we sell the motor
I'd sell a motor, boat, trailer.
or try to sell it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, put the whole
Yeah.
thing out to bid.
Yeah,
There's enough boats on the lake
yeah.
during the summer anyways, on the ponds.
Yeah.
that-
It's only just getting worse sitting there. You know, with the
Right,
motor,
sitting out in
things
the
like
sun,
that.
yeah.
One less thing we have to store and maintain.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I recommend just trying to sell it, right?
Yep.
Let us know.
So you'll let us sell it on just like Marketplace, or do you want us to put it out to bid?
I'd say, yeah, however, easiest way to do it.
Whatever's the easiest,
Yeah.
whatever you think you can get the most for. I mean, it's, you know, you get
The
those.
value of the motor alone
That's-
is $6,000 to $8,000.
Yeah, so I mean, if we can get something for the motor at a fair value,
Yeah.
the rest of it's not really much anything, because like you said, the boat's in rough shape, the trailer's not worth the time that much. So if we can get a decent amount for that, you know, that, I think that would be good.
All right, so we'll work together on that next week.
Okay. You're off tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah, and then you're off Thursday, right?
Tomorrow and Thursday?
Yeah.
So we'll get together Monday, Tuesday.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next item, town office operating hours. Ed Eno's
Um,
suggestion.
So
Suggestion, but he can't be here.
Ed contacted me, yeah. So Ed contacted me, came in to see me, and wanted to know if the board would reconsider the hours of operation and go back to a Tuesday, Friday. He feels there's too many 2 Monday holidays, and so we're closed more often, and we're only open 3 days a week
Yeah, but
versus.
that happens with the road, same thing, doesn't it? So what do you get off when you were working Monday, when you were working Tuesday through Friday and there was a Monday holiday?
Then
They
we
used it for floating,
had a
right?
floating
Right,
holiday.
so they'd pick a
Yeah.
day, kind of.
So the office was still open?
Right, the office would still be open 4 days that
But
week.
not on the holidays, what she's talking about.
So, yeah, I mean, when we were open Tuesday through Friday,
Yeah.
technically,
They were here 4 days.
before we changed the personnel policy,
Yeah.
we were supposed to take Tuesday off, just like Public Works
Yeah.
has taken this Thursday off because Friday, but we don't do that in here because we're a public service.
You get a floater. You
Yeah, we get a
day
floater.
Because you didn't.
So, but just, you know,
Well,
he
we'll take it
asked
under-
me,
Sure,
you know, he asked me if I brought it,
Yeah,
so-
I mean, we'll see if, what other people think and, you know.
I mean, we've gotten, to me, I've had no one else come in. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you guys have been approached over the
I
last
don't
year.
know
a word
I
about
mean,
anything.
it's now been a year and a half.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine.
So-
I mean, it's his suggestion, so that's fine. We'll take it
Mhm.
under advisement and see if anybody else
Yeah.
becomes an issue or that kind of thing, so.
All right.
There are 5, right? 5, is that what it is? Monday holidays?
Oh, I don't even know.
I haven't looked that far.
I was just glancing at them, yeah.
Okay, fiscal 25 audit, final. Now, this is for this last year that just stopped or the year before? I get confused all the time. with this
So
stuff.
it's the
half year
year ending,
24, 25?
yes,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
so
So weird.
June
I know.
30th of 25.
Gotcha.
And, oops, actually, sorry, I brought out your hard copy of Poland Springs, but did not bring your hard copy of
The audit.
your audit. I'll get that after the meeting. I did send you the digital copy.
Yeah. I copied it.
So just a quick overview, you know, a clean audit opinion. They didn't find anything that, you know, outstanding. In the financial statements, they presented fairly. We did have a net position increase of 627,269. This just means overall, you know, the town gained either by revenues, either by revenues or by improvements, road improvements. Our revenues exceeded 313,999. We were under budget. We underspent by 305,422 in our expenses. Had already mentioned this before, but the unassigned fund balance ended at 1.7, but then we had 660,000 that we had used in unassigned, so that brought us down to 1.08. You know, we continue to do investments in road, and we have minimum debt, which, when you think about it, it's just our printer, and I never register that as debt, but it is a lease.
No, we had no debt
Right.
until this bond stuff, and even then, it's a small amount.
It's
not-
minimal,
It's
huh?
minimal.
Yeah, and
It's not
then,
for no reason.
right.
Either.
Yeah.
It's a building.
And then, you know, the auditor recommendation, and again, these are more administrative improvements. Looking at our transaction coding, we had been, like if we had received a donation, so just like the $1,000 donation that comes in, and we know that it was going to be spent on tables, we would code that right into the expense account that we would be paying out of, and we can't do that.
Yeah,
They want
put
it into a
donation
revenue
first.
first, and then we have to journal it into,
Yeah. Yeah,
an
the numbers all
expense and-
stayed the same. It was just
yeah,
how you code
yeah,
it.
it's just
Put
how
in
it gets
stuff. Yep,
coded.
Yep.
So Mickey and I actually spent Friday morning in here where we could think without interruptions and went through that. So I will go through our expense and revenues and GL accounts before the end of this fiscal year to see if I think anything stands out that we need to fix. So, you know, their conclusion is that we have another strong, we had another strong financial year.
And I think with
Do you
this
have
last
any?
year that just ended, you know, we should be in
Right,
very similar situations.
correct. Yeah,
Okay,
so.
great. No, good
I mean,
job.
if you have any specific questions,
Yeah.
you can let me know. I can reach out to the auditor for answers
I
or,
was an auditor my whole life, so those little minor things are, you know, that's basically what, when you're talking money and finances and all that kind of stuff, and there's just a few little, you misplaced this here and there, but it didn't change the numbers and stuff. That's just
right,
finding something, which is okay, but it's nothing major, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's good.
so, yeah, I mean, you know, the important thing is, like
Yep.
you said, it's not like money was missing, it was just, you know, categorized wrong.
Yeah, great. No, fantastic. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job to you guys in the office. All right. We'll see that again next year.
We
Yeah,
will,
this time again next year. Okay.
and we're
approve-
already scheduling it.
Yeah. The wage increase, we have to officially approve it. That was approved during the town meeting.
Correct,
You
so
gotta sign
the
it, or officially sign it.
3.5, yeah. I just have it here for
Yep.
signature.
Yep.
I do have one question regarding the town manager. My CEO duty stipend is, how would you like to see that paid out? Just include it in my weekly. I have it separated here, so it's not getting an increase like we had spoken
Yep.
about. But I think for simplicity, just rolling it into the town manager and paying it out weekly would be the easiest, but,
I'm okay with that. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
so just signature at the bottom.
All right, town technical agent, career presentation, that'll be, that's gonna stay on there, just
Yeah, so this was just a
Yeah,
reminder
yeah.
that this Thursday
Thursday, 6
is
o'clock.
that PowerPoint presentation, 6 o'clock
Yep.
here. So I think I've mentioned to the board after town meeting that this room is capacity of 62, which is what these, I counted, I think, the other day, in between our chairs and the chairs out there are 62. I can't see it being an issue this Thursday, but
Yeah.
as you proceed through the Poland Springs, we might get to where we have to put overflow downstairs.
Yep, this is what it is. You got all that fancy stuff, right, Drew?
You can test it out.
Sounds good. We have the permit renewal on there, because that's gonna be a topic.
Correct,
Various
so
meetings.
yesterday we received the actual application. You have the binders in front of you. Today, I didn't want to get it posted before you guys actually saw it, so today it is on the website. So I have set up on the public website drive a 2026 permit renewal folder. But that is separate than the ones that I invited you to and the attorney to. I just wanted to
Yep,
keep things separate for you guys. Not that it's not the same information, but I think it's just easier. So if you go to the town's website under the water extraction,
yeah, let me do that, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so documents, water extraction. permits.
So if you go under more water extraction,
Wait a minute, what did I do?
Up at the top.
up at the
Oh,
top,
so you hid water extraction in the document list.
and then visit our document section, that takes you to the public drive, and under permits, I have set one up for 2026.
Where do you go after you're here? I opened up
No,
water
back.
extraction.
Yeah, I think you, here.
Or just not, you go to water extraction, right?
If you're on the website and go
Yeah.
to water extraction, under the more tab,
Where's the more tab? Down here somewhere?
Up top.
up top, next to the search. No, the town's website,
Yeah,
not
you gotta go
the,
back, you gotta go back to the town's website, Andy. Like the home
Right in
screen,
the corner.
right over there at the top.
Here?
Nope, go over to the right, see more.
Oh. Oh, so
And
that's
then
how
d-
people are gonna access it?
yeah,
if they
because
wanna
there's a
look at
whole
it.
page for water extraction.
Okay. Oh, I see, okay.
And then in the middle or towards the end of the
Visit
page.
documents. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then that takes you right to this water extraction drive.
And the,
There's a folder that says permits,
okay, so permits, they open that up.
and then one for 2026. And currently in it is the application and the draft timeline.
Okay, great. So, are we gonna, did you put something on the news thing about it? The only reason I ask about that, do we want to say something that it's there, but also emphasize that this has not been deemed complete by the board yet, so it could change? Something so that people, if people want to think that this is the final, and more than likely, it's probably going to be the final application. I can't imagine if there'd be much tweaks to it. We'll have to, Rick will tell us that. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I
it is
can-
technically not it's their final, it's their submission, but it hasn't been deemed.
First
Once it's,
attempt.
yeah, well,
Right.
once it's deemed complete, then that's the official application, right?
Well, I
Or is-
mean, yeah, I
Or
mean.
is that
this-
necessary?
This is their application. I can put something under the news that Poland Springs has submitted. The permit, that it's available, and I can direct them to the link.
Yeah, just do that.
And then just say that on the 30th, the process begins.
Yes, check,
for the
and you could
review.
check the time, and there's a
Yeah.
file in there that outlines the timeline for the renewal. And then they could figure it out and see that the board has to accept it first, blah, 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 blah. You know,
Right.
no, that's good. Okay. Okay, any other new business?
I have no other new.
I just wanted to say, I think Kirk, you went last week, with Betty and I guess the people in the town office, with the 250th flags. I guess I just wanted
Oh,
to thank
yes.
the Historical Society purchased, 3 flags for the town?
Yes.
So you see the 250th flags. That was nice. I just want to give a shout out that, thanks for that. I think when it's over, they want to take it back in for the historical purposes,
Right.
which is nice.
Yep.
But yeah, but just the thanks that, they purchased those, and I guess you guys kind of were a little occasion to accept them and stuff like that, so that was pretty good. Okay. The other thing was, I saw the transfer station. I should have said something to Bob when he was here.
Oh, yeah.
They put that enclosure.
Oh, yep.
That looked really nice.
Yep.
So that was pretty nice. That was a nice addition to it to kind of keep things all
Yeah. And it,
contained.
yeah,
when you
and
throw
it,
stuff out.
it should
so.
help with our weight
Yeah.
because then
All the water. and
snow
everything.
and rain
Yep.
and.
Yeah. So that was a nice deal. So that was good. Okay. They were the only other new things that I had. Where are we at?
So just because you mentioned the 250th
Yeah.
and the Historical Society came in today to see me, to remind me that next February is the town's birthday.
How old?
So, well, it was 1807 to
Yeah.
2027.
So,
So we should
220.
probably
Wow.
start thinking if we want to
Well,
do
yeah.
something as a celebration for there, so.
Hmm.
Well, I'll be in contact with her, but I said I would just give the board a head up to start maybe
Mm.
thinking. She's gonna send me the town declaration, I think. She
February's
says
a
she
tough
had-
month. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
For like
no,
an
that's what-
outdoor type.
Right, yeah.
It's gotta be indoor, something indoor, but.
Yeah.
you know.
Do another time capsule.
Well, that,
So that was the other thing. There is actually a time capsule
From
out
200.
on the front lawn,
Yeah.
underneath that stone. So when they put the time capsule in, I've got to get a copy actually from Mickey and scan it and send to the Historical Society. It was at a select board meeting,
Yeah.
and it states in there that it is to be opened 25 years from the date it was put in. So that is 2030, I said.
Okay.
32? Or
32?
Oh, because it was 2007, yeah,
Yeah.
because it was 200, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that we might, but
Yeah.
yes.
We put it under that stone because we can't find the other one that was up at the
Yes.
monument.
Oh, another
There's-
buried thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Kenny was younger.
Oh, really? Wow.
And
That's pretty
they
neat.
don't know if they did construction up there at the monument, and it got ripped up or something, but nobody knows where it is.
Oh, they did it at the monument,
Yeah,
because that's
Yeah,
been there
'cause-
since 18
Right,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. So they actually put it in somewhere in
So
that.
when we
Huh.
went to open it up, we couldn't find it, so we put another one in.
That's pretty neat.
I said, let's put it under this rock, just so nobody can screw with it. So,
so, we have no idea what's in it, or I
Well, it's been
don't.
20 years. So, I mean,
in 20 years, I sure
It'll
don't
be-
remember.
well, 20 years, a lot of stuff has happened in 20 years.
yeah.
But, yeah, no, that's something we should try to think of what we can
Yeah, that is,
possibly
yeah.
do. I mean, it's, if you
It's
try
pretty
to do things and,
Birthday cake.
You're gonna jump out of birthday cake?
Not only can he video.
yeah, we'll have to think about that, something, even if it's just like downstairs and
Yeah.
up here, like a combination if with overflow, whoever wants to come. I know we have a lot of people, but
So, and is the church celebrating next year?
no, theirs
Theirs?
is 1829. Theirs is
Oh, okay.
29.
Okay,
That's their 200 year,
okay,
whatever you
All
call it,
right.
200 years. Yes, that's off for a while.
all right,
So
so
that's still,
it's not a combined celebration then?
no.
Okay,
All right, good to know. Yeah, keep that on there, I guess. Something, it'll get here pretty quick, I'm sure. Like most things, when they get old, it just keeps going faster and faster. Okay, manager report.
so just a heads up on insurance. I've received our new insurance policies that start July 1st. And they're coming in a little higher than anticipated. So just, I said that, I think, at the start of the last fiscal year also. The liability insurance dropped, but that's because we took the salt shed building off of it. So once we build the salt shed, that'll,
But, yeah, it'll go on, but it'll probably be it's a new building, so even though it's a
Should
another
hopefully be
cost,
better.
it should be
Right.
better what the old
Yeah.
one was,
Yeah.
because the old one was old. And
and the cybersecurity went up a little, which is interesting. When I was looking at the bond application, they actually ask if you have a cybersecurity policy. So
why?
maybe that'll give us some points.
They're giving you a chunk of money, what do they care what, they're not on your system, right? Or maybe you have to go, are you gonna be, do you pay through electronically to the bond payment and all that kind of stuff? That
Oh,
could
it
be
may
why,
be.
that
That's
they wanna
probably
make
why.
sure that if you're
Yeah.
gonna be electronically sending them stuff, that you're
Yeah.
covered, yeah.
And then just a quick ordinance review committee update. So we should, after our next meeting, which is the first week in July, we should have new chapter 1 and chapter 2 final drafts ready to bring to the select board. So I was suggesting that the co-chair and the chair of that committee come to a select board meeting. So we'll schedule that probably towards the end of July.
So is that gonna be like jumbled up, or is that, they're gonna be able to show what was there before and what's there now?
It's not,
That's what I mean.
we can't do a red
Yeah,
line
that's what I
because
mean.
it's totally, so what I'm gonna try to do, and I've started, is do a comparison, this is what has changed, this,
Yeah,
so
or whatever
I'll
was
try to do a
added, per se.
cross-reference,
Yeah,
I guess.
more or less what was added or deleted, more or less would be probably the
Yeah.
major things.
So with these first two chapters, what we've really done is just trying to make them more clear and more readily readable.
It's more organizational than.
Yeah.
The first two, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
'cause
whole point of the whole thing, is
it's-
organizational,
right,
right?
so
I mean,
it's-
Find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first chapter is the general, but then we move the administration chapter to chapter 2. Our administration chapter
Is in the
right
back or
now is in the back,
Yeah.
and it combines processes also, so then we're separating processes out, we're separating review processes out, so
Okay.
it's certainly a work in progress. But you know that, we did water,
Yeah,
Andy, you
Yep.
and I
It's
did the
gonna take a
water.
while.
Just as exciting.
yep.
And then with that, so the zoning map update, Sebago Tech, I reached out to them a little while back, and then we've just connected recently. So Jake from Sebago Tech was the one that was working with the prior planning board with Tom on the zoning map update. So I'm going to be scheduling a meeting with him just to kind of get caught up again and to get that process going. We do have ARPA funds that, need to be paid out by the end of this year. So I'll be back with an update on that.
Okay.
We also received the MOCA grant money, the money for the new state laws, incorporating those into the zoning. So I think the committee's discussing that at our next meeting also, how we might want to approach that.
If you can have the lawyer do some of the stuff, pay him to do it, if they
Well,
want for those funds, if that's,
Yeah,
for those
so-
sections,
So, and that was it. She was gonna
Yeah.
kind of look at things and kind of bring it to
Yeah.
us on where she thinks
She
the
could
current
try, yeah.
ordinance
Yeah.
needs to change, be amended.
She's impressive.
The attorney,
Yeah.
yeah. She's really diving into this a lot. And then just junkyards, so some notices of violations have been issued and are going out. So I did talk to the attorney about this. I think I mentioned to the board that we kind of wondered, do you do a whole bunch of these all at once? Do you take a few at a time? So the attorney did say that if we take 5, 6, 8, or 10, it all at once if they do have to go to court, then it looks better in the court's eyes.
I wondered about that, yeah.
That we're not, just singling out one person. So I am working with Lindsay to get out probably about 8.
there's that many of,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And getting them out with very short, you have this many days to get them
it's the
cleaned up.
time of year, I
So-
mean, we don't, you don't want to hear that it's snowing and,
Right.
I'm not up there this time
So
of year
just
and everything else, so.
another, heads up that within the next 1 to 2 months, we could have those court fees and attorney fees. I don't think we'll ever go over our attorney budget. I shouldn't say that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, just like I said, kind of a little heads up on that. Parade is July 4th. The theme of it this year is Celebrating America. So it starts at 10 o'clock. Lineup is at 9 o'clock at the Public Works Garage. Trophies for best theme, best kids, best vehicle, best float, and that's actually what is in this box. We just ordered them and got them in. And then immediately after the parade, here, probably in the parking lot, will be a touch a truck event with the fire department. So we'll keep 1 or 2 of the fire trucks parked here. We have some little goodie bags for kids that they use when they go to the schools also. So there'll be that after the parade. There are 2, I think it's 2 open planning board positions. I did reach out to Tom Carabine because he had 3 write-in votes for a 2-year term, to ask if he would accept that. He said at this time he would have to decline because he's working with LEA on a lot of their compliance issues and such. So we have 2 planning board positions open. If anyone would like to step up to be appointed, it would be for a 1-year term.
Okay.
Do we have is it a one, oh yes, right, for the appointment, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, 1-year term.
They could go for the full terms next year by running.
Right.
If it's a 2 or 3 or whatever it is.
And then just starting next Wednesday, I will be on vacation from Wednesday to the following. I'll be back in the office the following Tuesday.
That's the 30th?
I will be back on July 1st.
That's after.
Well, I will be in
gonna say.
town. I'll be here
For the
the night of the 30th.
Okay, I was gonna say, you're not coming the 30th?
No, I'm gonna, no, I will be here,
Okay.
actually, no, you're right. The 30th is a Tuesday. I will be back in the office on that,
On Tuesday.
on Tuesday, yeah. I already have like this year gone by, because I've been writing 2027. I have no idea for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's because
of
our
the budget.
fiscal
Yeah,
year,
the
budget,
yes.
yeah.
I think it's because our fiscal
I
year
get
is
confused
starting,
when you
and
start
so,
throwing
Yeah,
numbers around.
I'm used to
The dates.
calendar year, so,
Yeah.
but this whole half year stuff is tough. Okay, anything else?
that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Clerk, treasurer, tax collector's report.
I have the Poland Spring Nestle Water Bank reconciliation, or the in-house invoice and the bank reconciliation for signatures.
So Betty, on the school budget, I didn't ask that question, but a lot of the towns went up substantially, like Freiburg and Brownfield. Normally, we were like the big hitters, and we were on the lower end of the percentage increase. Was that because, and I still wasn't fully understand, the snow school loan, or not snow school, Mariaca loan, I guess,
Yeah.
the state took that over, payments for that, right? Is that how he said and worded? And I guess we had a big piece of that?
Yeah.
Or- So is that why we are or we went up 7.7 and Freiburg's up 11 and Brownfield's up 9? And because normally we tend to be
Right.
just like the county, because of
Yeah.
our valuation, we tend to be higher. So I didn't ask that question, but do you know what the reasoning was?
I will email Jay, but I think a combination of that, without us,
We got,
with the debt,
yeah, so normally
and then,
the debt would, we would have had
Yeah.
a big payment, a part of our payment would have been going towards the debt.
and I
but since
think
we got a
also
credit, that's-
because other towns' evaluations,
When it finally went up,
Building and
Finally went
plumbing
up.
permit.
that's good, if that
so
helped too, yeah.
it cut, you know,
Because I always wondered that, questioned that, thinking, looking at some of those valuations, even now, like some of these towns, they have, you know, several thousand people, so they gotta have more homes. Now granted, they might not have as many big homes on water and stuff, but they do have water and some, you know, I mean, Freiburg, just think of Freiburg. So I guess my question is, and I don't know, maybe like the Freiburg Fair property, someone told me that they pay like a flat fee to the town for taxes. So is that whole property valued at some, that should be a super high number, but if you look at Freiburg's numbers
I think
from a
it's
town,
excellent.
it's like non-existent. So is the school getting ripped off by them not having a higher valuation for that property?
Yeah, so I've never
Just was
never
curious.
looked at it, but yes, I have read that they are tax exempt,
The fair.
the fair, so they, you know,
What are
do a
they? How do they
donation.
get tax exempt from school?
And now they're gonna charge the Lions
Well,
Club
that's
for
why
their
they
booth.
give all the other fairgrounds so much money.
What's that? They give the other
That's why
fair.
they give so much money away to the other fairgrounds.
Oh, they do?
To keep the circuit going.
So they donate money
Yeah,
to other fairgrounds?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, big.
I guess I
No
don't
one
I didn't
ever
know.
know
said
that
that. But that,
And then the warrants.
because I mean, that alone, just for the school budget, you know, you see Freiburg, you know, you would think that that would be pretty monstrous. But I mean, school doesn't care, because they'll just charge somebody for the money. I mean, you know, they're not gonna push it, right? I mean, as long as there's other towns that pick up the tab, they don't care. But to a certain extent, it kinda, yeah, whatever. I guess it's not our town, it just seems that, you know, they're getting a break.
Right.
Oh, the other towns are picking up the tab
Right.
for that fair.
That's all I have, other than I will be on vacation next week. Away.
Okay. Doing any public comment? Got anything, Drew? Nope. All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn?
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.